I just got this. I didn't know what nobody drank. I left the tequila at the house, so.
You should have brought that, man. Let me out a little bit.
Shoot, I bought the bottle. My wife didn't drink it. I said, God, this is really sick.
Want me to put upstairs for tries?
You can. I guess you should be. Wait, I don't know where we're going to start right now.
All right.
Share the link.
You know, share it.
Yeah.
We ain't been live for a minute. We started going live a minute ago.
I'm at one line.
Amti said y'all still going live?
I saw Amti at the carnival.
What kind of? The video. They could have been another one.
This one.
Okay.
I'm going to
the rodeo this Saturday.
We went to the rodeo and
Okay, ready?
yeah.
Yo,
We're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to talk loud. We ain't got no mics.
it's okay, they can hear.
We could actually probably do this.
Amti is here. Shout out to Amti for tuning in. Thank
What up,
you.
Amti?
Yo, it's your girl DJ Baby Blue Diamond.
It's your boy D, aka Mr. Live and Five himself.
And it's your fella. He's coming soon, and we are the
Ready
Ready
Ass
Ass
Podcast.
Podcast.
I ain't gonna do it.
Okay,
I
but
gotta
today,
respect my elders.
but you know what? We can actually say this because we're actually live. So today is Tuesday. You see, it's Taco Tuesday, and it's PT. I know your mom is here, but he likes to say it's City Tuesday. So if you like to send no attachments, go ahead and send the attachments. I don't send attachments because they might get uploaded somewhere. You don't send attachments. That's
You get famous. You know, that's what Drake
you
do.
know, so we're not sending attachments. But we are here. It's our third podcast anniversary. We've been doing this for 3 years.
3 years.
We started in
19. It was like COVID 2019.
Yeah, 2019-ish COVID time when we was doing it virtually. Shout out to Brittany Perry. She posted some screenshots of virtual man. Why didn't y'all tell me to scoot back? I was like, literally up in the camera. They never told me to scoot back. But we have a special, we have a special guest in the building, Mr. Isaac P, aka Southern Rose to Go, aka Picture Perfect Painting, aka Stackhouse, aka anything else? Father. Not a grandfather yet, but he's a father. We have his mom here. What do you introduce
My
yourself?
new business partner.
Hi, I'm Rhonda.
No, you turn again.
No, you
Oh,
You can just hear. We got the new business partner, mom. And before we get into the food, because the food is there, you know, they're looking good. I just want to know, what is your mindset starting all these businesses? Because first you started, of course, the Stackhouse, and then I don't know if the painting came first or the Southern Rolls. I know that they came afterwards. So what is your mindset in starting these business? How you start these business? And I don't want to say do you ever go into the mindset is it gonna fail, but you know.
so the painting that's like handyman, that handyman something?
First of all, I
Tell us
got
everything you do, and then tell us everything.
first of all, I got $1 million brain.
Okay.
I come up with different ideas all the time, different businesses, you know what I'm saying? I just try them and they take off.
Yeah.
You know, I was doing the Stackhouse thing and on the side.
That's a record label for those who don't know.
Yeah, Stackhouse Records, you know. I was in Stackhouse and my boy taught me how to paint. I didn't even know how to pick up a brush. I didn't know what cutting was. You know, you teach me something, I'm gonna take it and run with it.
Right.
You don't teach me nothing, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna try to succeed with it, you know, so, yeah, that's it.
I painted. My first time painting was the house, my office. My first time painting like the whole room.
How was your little line at the top?
It's messed up.
But oh, you talking about the chalk? Is it the chalk paint?
Yeah, well, yeah. I did the chalk wall. So when I do interviews, I have my guests sign a wall. So it's like Rhapsody, you know, Rhapsody basically. I had them sign a wall and stuff like that and everything. So that was my little idea. It's just gonna suck because when we plan on buying some land, like what I'm gonna do with that wall. You know what I'm saying? Probably
Take a picture of it.
Take a picture of it, frame it, start out a little.
Yeah.
So I want to know, man, you just threw me off with that. I don't know why my mind is really blank. When did you know that you can take your food from just doing it at the house to actually giving it to people? You know, you can't trust anybody's food.
You sure can.
Especially macaroni. That's the main thing.
Now, I always been a cook, you know. I learned from my dad, my mom. You know, back in high school, I used to get my girl. I used to make fettuccine Alfredo for them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's how Lobster.
No, Red Lobster did.
Oh, about to
Back in the
say.
day, Red Lobster
About to
was,
say.
was the spot, so I was like, first
How far
day-
might get to go, but that's not how you keep to go.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that works. I just know, I just said, you hungry? Let it bag. Buzz lovers.
What's your favorite flavor of Southern Roll? 'Cause I know you have so many. I know you like to try new stuff like you doing
Yeah.
tonight. They ain't gonna take the flavor yet, but what's your
My favorite one is one I haven't even sold yet. It's the
Okay.
gumbo roll.
Oh,
It's called a gumbo roll, you know.
So they have the shrimp and all
And they
that.
got the shrimp, the chicken, some chopped up sausages in it, you know, a little dirty rice in it.
ain't nobody.
You ever make a
ain't
crawfish
nobody
roll
else-
yet?
Crawfish roll?
I love crawfish.
Nah.
I be throwing that out there.
You know what? With the seafood though, because I used to have a steak of shrimp, you know, but there's a lot of people that's allergic to shrimp, seafood.
Yeah, so that's kind
So
of
you
hard
can't fry it in the
sometimes.
same grease.
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
that
so
makes sense.
I just chopped all the seafood off, you know, for right now. Until,
Yeah.
you know, get in a restaurant or something like that.
That makes sense.
And then they'll be able to, you'll be able to separate how you make it anyway.
Mhm.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's shellfish allergies.
So without giving us your secrets, because we want you to give your secret recipe.
Okay.
That's your secret. But what is the secret to the sauce? Without giving us
No.
the secret to the sauce. If that makes
You
sense.
got
Like,
this is. I have another one though.
people who haven't tasted it, is it more on the sweeter
Yeah,
side, more on the
different
vinegar
You
side?
gave us two. One of them was,
Chipotle.
I don't know, it was more sweet. Cause I kept that, I had that bottle in my fridge. I was putting that on
People
everything.
call me just for the bottles of sauce.
I was putting it on everything. I told my wife, I said, hey, take, look, I'm putting it on anything.
Shout out to-
Whatever I spread on, I'm putting it on.
Shout out to Chef Shine for tuning in. Southern Rolls to go, whoever that is. Shout out to the girl Mari for tuning in. Light Bright.
Oh, okay.
But
Light Bright.
is that more? So is it more? I know you have a couple sauces. Like you said Chipotle. So is it more the sweeter side, the hotter side? What can people get?
Both the hot and the sweetness together.
Pino San Antonio love that heat.
They love that heat. This one was kind of hot. It was too hot. I'm like, I gotta remake this one. Take some of that heat out, put some more of that, whatever I put in it.
Now look at like hamburger roll. I don't know if you get taco roll. You know San Antonio love their tacos. You know.
Wait. What? Hamburger roll.
You never had that cheeseburger?
No. See?
Oh, see, he wasn't. See, he didn't come to Epic Bar. We used to sell it at Epic Bar. You know,
No.
out in the back. He don't know about the cheeseburger.
When was that?
When they used to do though? I forgot who was
This
throwing
one years
shows.
back, I forgot who was throwing
Was it
the
Maybe Sandman or something? I don't know. Somebody was throwing shows. He was back there filling the roll. They had
Yeah,
the
I was in the
cheeseburger.
back. Yeah, everything.
See,
I'm
this is my
thinking-
co-host third
Yeah.
time having a roll. This is my 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15 having a roll.
Yeah, see, I know a lot of people that we taste like Wayne's Wings started off.
Mhm.
In the yard bar. That's
I
the
didn't
reason why I work
party that
here.
much. though. I didn't party that much. I still don't.
See, every bar, that's when I was DJing, so I actually stayed for the event. ER bar, I never stayed for an event. I used to go get the wings and leave.
Yeah,
That's when I finally met
You guys
artists.
on the Broadway?
No, what's ER bar?
ER bar.
Because it's closed down, burned down or
It
something.
ain't on the other side of town.
Yeah, it's on the other side of town.
Word about it.
I think like the third time I went, that's when some of the artists saw me and was like, "Oh, I think you used to be. You should stay." I'm like, "Nah, I just came from school. I'm all right. I'll stay CR." But then when I finally got into the scene, that's when I
Mm.
So you was always doing the roles? Did you start off with?
What, selling stuff?
anything else?
No, it was just, I started with the rolls. I went to HEB one day, you know, was in the vegetable aisle, seen some egg roll scans.
Right.
I'm like, you know, I was low, you know what I'm saying? So everything coming up to me. I'm like, hey, I can put this up in there. So I did something
That rice
real
is so
easy.
good.
I just did like, I got some hamburger meat and seasoning, made like a taco roll.
Right.
We tried it, fried it, it was good. So I'm like, dude, I can put anything in these, that's wrong.
Man. So
There we go.
we didn't order any today, but he also makes dessert rolls. In case you don't know, he had cheesecake one that was on top.
Oh, yeah, see?
So our other co-host is here, the fella
Slide down.
T1. We haven't eaten yet. We waited for you.
Oh,
But this is his other podcast, Off the Top podcast. We
Yeah,
all
that's
wearing
what
our
I'm saying.
brands tonight. Well, you didn't wear your brand.
No, but I like to see.
This is another brand I support, Jay's Hookah. So if you're into hookah, we got that on deck. But we just
happening?
right there. So we just talking about his business, his mindset, because I know you probably don't know, but not only does he does the egg roll, the southern rolls, sorry, he also has his own painting business. So if you ever need your house painted, business painted, he does that as well, and he's selling record label.
Yeah.
Anything else?
And I was telling him about your teaching self-defense and
All that good stuff.
Oh yeah. I got a lot.
You got a lot going on.
So give me security guards for your events.
Yeah.
You know, he's one of your coaches.
I need business cards,
Gotcha.
man.
We're gonna definitely connect
Yeah,
and all this and this stuff.
definitely does kids.
Now, what's something, because I want us all to answer this question, because you've been asking all the questions, no one else has answers. As a podcast and you as a business, what's something that you know now that you wish you would have known when you first started? And y'all think about that as a podcast. Like, what's something you know now that you wish you would have known when you first started? Your business, all your businesses, from music.
You asked me that question at home. What was the answer I gave you? It's just like, man, just loyalty, having business partners, you know what I'm saying? My failure is I come up with an idea or something and I'm quick to, get my homeboy into it, you know what I'm saying? It don't always work out the same, everybody wants to be a boss. And, sometimes they just got to fall in line and stuff, but yeah, I had like 2 different business owners with this business right here.
Okay.
And it didn't work out. Ain't nobody can give a better partner than my mother right here, so
Right.
brought her on with me,
Yeah, that's
And she'll probably fire you
You
before
said
you
your
fire her. That's his mom.
What's your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She probably fire you before you fire her.
yeah.
Yeah. Is there something that you wish you would have known that you know now? You've been doing this for 3 years. Plus you did your life of 5 as well.
Yeah. So I would say, as far as something that I've learned now, using especially with our podcast, is it's not necessarily networking, but the inner workings of like the algorithm and how the streaming service actually works. You know what I'm saying? We could have probably figured that out when we first got into it. It was kind of hard though because of how we was recording. You know.
Yeah.
But if we could have figured that out of how algorithms and stuff work, I think we probably would have been farther than what we is, but I still respect the grind that we have to go through to get to where we are too. So it's a pro and a con, I guess.
What I wish I would know.
That you know now,
I don't know.
besides us. You know what's back
Nah, I mean, that. Yeah, well, that could be one. 'Cause I feel like we've been going at it this long, and we've had a level of success. I feel like if we would have started so, if we would have met sooner, I think
Pre-COVID?
Yeah, pre-COVID, this would be on. It'd be. I feel like we would be where we would want to be. Where we're gonna be at like a couple, maybe like a year or 2.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So like same track, but as far as like individually, you know how people say a stranger will support you quicker than family will. I never understood that for real until I started podcasting, because this was the one thing that I had for myself that I was doing that wasn't attached to anything that I was used to doing, like on my own. Like it was the first thing I did when I got out of the military, outside of school. So I would, you think, because how you support people, you would think that you would get that in return, but it don't work. You know what I'm saying? It don't work like that, and it doesn't take anything. It is free. It is free to share. It's just a click to share.
2 clicks.
That's all it is.
Facebook is 2 clicks.
You know what I mean? So I just, I wish I would have known that then. That way, it wouldn't have been such a shock for it to come from who it comes from.
We got a lot of love from strangers.
A lot. I'm telling you, I'm not like all our followers that been with us for the past 3 years. They know that I am not originally from here, and so any sort of love that's received from anything that I'm doing out here, whether it be with where you ask, or with off the top, or with higher combatants, or with higher Muay Thai. It's all from non-family members.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I think
so all of it is new for me. Like the entertainment realm is all new for me.
Yeah.
Here. And so it's.
Where you from, by the way?
I'm originally from. I was born and raised in Hampton, Virginia.
Okay.
Until about 13, and then me and my mother moved to Dallas. So we bounced from between Dallas, Arlington, Grand Prairie, areas near Fort Worth.
Yeah.
So
Let me tell you.
yeah.
Detail. Mine would probably have to be, well, it turned out to be a blessing because I get to do a podcast with you guys. But mine would probably have to be saying yes to helping people. I guess because I did U3, I was so willing to say, yes, I help you start this podcast. But now someone say, can you help me start a podcast? So I can give you tips, but I can't physically help you.
Yeah.
Like I can show you like some equipment you can get. I can show you programs you can use to record. But as far as helping you with logos and stuff, like one thing I do free logos for other podcasts. So that's one thing I will show support. Besides that, I can't help you with nothing else. I'm saying no. Because I see how that happened. People just give up, and I'm gonna be left with another podcast that I'm not doing. But I'm kind of happy I say yes because I get to do it with these two. Which was kind of weird. It was a mistake. Not a mistake because I was really looking for a co-host for my sex podcast. And they hit me up and they're like, we're married, I don't know if that's going to be my speed. And that's when I was like, you know what, I'm going to bring back where you at. And then I got these two together. They really supposed to be co-hosts on a sex podcast talking about answers.
Okay, so
But I'm joking. But I'm happy I didn't do that because the sex podcast did not last long and it wasn't.
No, I didn't.
It did.
So we went
Alright, but I'm just saying, especially I speak for me, right?
Go ahead. You can speak for you.
On that, my wife.
We talk about more than just sex. Most people just
Yeah,
it was like
call it a sex podcast.
That's how you
introduce
introduce
something.
That's what it is. It's really about sex. We do relationships and all that.
Yeah, but you gotta lead with like you have to find a term that encompasses all of that.
Yeah.
That's how
as a married
I
man,
get it, but the people who
I
do
cannot-
podcasts, that's what they call it.
you know what I'm saying? Like
We
it's
both
very-
was like,
Hey, I just get out. Like, you know how you
So like I said, it turned out to be a blessing.
Yeah, like,
I got
nah,
to
because even on this podcast, we still talk about relationships and like
All that too, but yeah.
sex to a certain extent. But
Yeah.
that was like,
Yeah,
the question was like,
you know what it is.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna, I can't answer that question. Bro.
And also,
There's some stuff you gotta just leave. I don't see how people can be willy-nilly with their stuff. Nah, man.
and then when I collab with people, also know not to take on everything because that's one of my bad habits. I like to take on everything.
Yeah, we
Just
try.
because I do graphics and all that, it's just natural to me.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that these two, they know I don't have to take on everything. Like I ain't gotta worry about to be the only one posting.
Yeah.
They post, we post, they tag each other.
And
Like
then we've all done the podcast without
each other. So I know.
Okay.
We done it with just us two. It was just me and her.
I was like, I'll be sitting on holding down. I'm sitting there in the food.
So she'll just be like in the house, like on the computer. She's like, all right, y'all just go live. I'll, do the chat and stuff like that. So we ain't got to worry about it. But then there's times that we have the computer and we doing everything, and it's it's just
It works out.
It works out.
Just
Just
all
one
person.
person
You
going.
never know when you're gonna get sick, when a family emergency comes up, and you gotta depend on them.
Yeah.
If they came through, that's when I was like, you know what? I found a solid team.
And we all
Because I've been
had
doing my
experience though,
team
because he
with
did podcast before. I do my interviews, so that's basically a podcast experience. And then she was doing podcasts, so we all had experience. So it ain't really like hers was. She not used to being on camera. So being interviewed. Like she gets shot when she's getting interviewed, but she'll interview herself. Like when she's talking,
It's like,
Like you went
like someone could be interviewing me, and I'm over here thinking questions like, so what do you think about? I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not.
Yeah.
My mind is working as an interviewer. Like, I'm gonna ask you questions.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, don't sit back. It's your time. So
nah, with being an entrepreneur, is it hard to find loyalty? in the entrepreneur business? Because I know just working a 9 to 5, the bosses, they not even loyal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You be, you know, you put all your work in overtime, and you come in the next day, they be like, hey man, look, we cutting this, you gotta go.
They'll make it to make it, you know, for a little while, you know.
Yeah.
And you just gotta trust into it and just, you know, let God take away, you know, to work out.
So it'll eventually weed itself, they'll weed themselves out. I can see that, because we had.
Don't be too fast to sign it, go get that paperwork signed by each other, you know.
Right.
Just,
Yeah, it took us, what, a year and a half to go downtown?
At least we get the DBA, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
But I'm happy that we did it.
we really started the podcast on a wing, because it was kind of like,
Doing, like you said,
it
doing
was
COVID.
COVID, like,
we
right
couldn't meet each other. So you
Yeah,
know, we
that's
don't
what
meet each other in
everything,
person. It's hard to get that chemistry that you really want
Mhm.
in person.
it was almost a year before we met in person. It was like,
all
it was all
virtual,
virtual.
you know, the city was shut down, everything was shut down.
So once we started getting them, our first time in person was the photo shoot, right?
Yeah, we did the photo shoot.
Downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
First
really
time
our
meeting.
official,
Yeah.
our official photo shoot.
And you never know, cause you know, virtual is different from meeting in person, how the chemistry really gonna
Mhm.
connect. You meet someone in person, like, nah. It ain't there. And I'm like, nah, we did all
No, but when me and Travis got on, when we started talking, it was like,
I couldn't get no word
I
in.
couldn't, it was almost like I grew up with him. It was just into the same thing. And
Yeah.
then we both married. So that was
Connected.
yeah, that, because I don't know, none of my home, let me see, before I say this, let me see.
Not too
None of
good.
my homeboys is married. For the most part, they not married. They've been married.
Oh, they
So
had
they-
kids, but they're not married.
Yeah. So it's like if me and my wife want to do something, I can't call my hey man, you and your wife free? Can we go, this, and this? It's not that, So when me and Travis first was like, oh shit, so now I got somebody I can talk to,
Yeah.
and he know what I'm
Kids,
talking
so
about.
the kids
You
get
know,
hanged out.
because a lot of people don't understand dating and just being with somebody and marriage is two totally different relationships. It's different levels of responsibility.
Yeah.
Of the pros and cons, what you win and what you lose is more extreme.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just, I can pack my bags and leave the house. It ain't that. Nah.
Oh, I had to deal
It's
with
totally different.
That's one thing I learned. Because when we first started, I'm the kind of person, if I get an idea one to one, I want to call you and tell you.
Nah, she be tripping.
I be calling them one and like, hey, before I forget,
Yeah.
they be like, it's 1 in the morning, I'm married with kids. You can't just call me. We're asleep.
No,
And I'm like, wake up. I got
Put it on
like,
play, bro. So we talk about that.
wake up. It's like, no, we asleep.
That actually happened one time. That actually happened one time.
They picked up and they're like, we asleep.
It's
Stop
like-
calling.
And I literally had just got, and Bobby was small. So
Yeah.
he was still kind of getting used to sleeping all night. And I just happened to be up that morning, or that night, like 2:45.
In the morning.
I'm like,
The
why?
single life.
I'm like, why? And it's funny because when the group chat number of the picture pops up, I look at the time, I'm like, I know this is not deep call. I know it's not deep call.
It was me with my
I know. Even if I'm up, I'm not gonna call nobody. It's just because I don't want nobody to call me.
Yeah.
Even if I'm up.
I'm not thinking about the time. I'm just thinking I got an idea before I forget. I want to make sure y'all on board so we can start it. Because I'm the type, when you say yes, I'm going to start working on it.
She can literally text that I did a voice chatting or something.
Yeah.
She gonna call. And the ringtone message is loud.
I'm trying to say yes so I can start the fire and get it out.
Somebody's like, who is this?
By 2:26.
It's blue. She be like, why is she calling this lady? I don't know, but don't worry about it tomorrow. I'll tell her. I don't want no
Then we
smoke.
get
I
on-
understand what she's talking about. If she's trying to finalize like a flyer or.
Exactly. But then I got used to it after I realized, okay, I get
But
it.
yeah,
Married, kids, now I understand.
Yeah. But we got a level of trust to where, like, we want to go look at a studio, a spot for the office, right? And Travis couldn't make it. Well, neither one of them couldn't make it, but I went by myself. So I was looking at them. They was like, look, I can't really see it that much, but I trust your judgment. Like, so we got that level of thing. If Travis calls us with an idea, we like, all right, cool, well, let's try. Let's see what we do. Like, if she got a flyer, she'll post it, which I think she'll say, make sure I spelled everything right. So I look through, okay, we good. So boom, we
So
start.
we
posting.
definitely got to QC. Like we'll definitely QC it. Like
Yeah.
So it's a all hands on deck type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to get to the point to where we doing the least. Like we ain't got to worry about the camera and stuff like that. We just come in and record. So we had cameraman at first, but then shout out to them. But it was like
not in our budget yet.
It was kind of I ain't gonna say a waste of money, but it kind of was because it was something that I can do with editing the video.
Yeah.
And then, like, if it's just us,
Save some money.
yeah, if it's just us three, we don't really need no second camera.
Or second angle.
Or a second angle. It's just us. Like, even tonight, like, if tonight, if we would have had them come, that's $100 that we would have spent. And that's easily something that, as you can see, we could have done it. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes, you want to get to that stage to where you got people working for you or helping you out, stuff like that. But, you can just grind it out until that time comes. Because we got some offers for some other spots that's probably more beneficial, but like, is it the right move at the same time? You know what I'm saying?
Something like the road, the food stand and the
Right.
food
Just,
truck and the restaurant.
yeah, I can wait till you get to whenever you start, whichever
It's
one
gonna
you
happen, watch. It's in progress.
Let us
Working
know.
on it.
Let us know.
Of course, I'm DJing the grand opening.
Because we done to where we went to black owned because we big on like black owned businesses.
Mhm.
So we went to a black owned restaurant
And tried their food and videotaped it. So with the T-Pose, that's when we had the cheesecake we was hoping to get tonight.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Cinnamon Toast Crunch cheesecake.
Cinnamon toast crunch cheese.
That's right.
they got the caramel drizzle on it.
Ooh!
don't talk about it.
It's not as sweet as you think it was. So it's the perfect sweetness.
And then we went to Scooter Bang.
We went to Scooter Bang and tried that. We went to that
I
Jackson
still gotta
Taylor.
go over there.
Huh?
I still
Jack
gotta
potato.
We went to Jackson Taylor right on 78.
Well, she not there anymore.
No.
We went there when she was there, so we support a lot of
And
black
then-
owned business. He went to what's that black owned business you went in Dallas area, right? Was
So-
it Dallas area?
Oh, you
What
did
you
go
supposed
to
to
a spot you told us about.
I can't think
Yeah,
of it.
when I
But he
was
went to a black owned business in Dallas.
Oh no,
area.
you talking about Houston?
Houston.
The restaurant.
The
Yeah,
restaurant.
the restaurant.
And then I went. We had it when I went to a back to school event. They had a what's it called? Fried chicken and waffle food truck.
But shout out to Smoke Green King.
Yay!
Smoke Green King.
Oh yeah, I want to try that place. I just sent the website to my
He's
boyfriend.
everywhere. We got a trailer.
Oh, you got a trailer?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
And brisket, boy.
Boss Hogs right here. I've had them before.
You say the brisket?
That's what I do my brisket roast with. His brisket. He smoked my brisket for me.
I'm over. I'm over.
That's what that is?
No, that's not. What is it right now? Before we
Y'all
get
gotta
into
get
the
short
content.
notice.
Tell us what it is before we get into
So
it.
one of them is the Philly cheesesteak, which I think y'all had already. And then the other one is chicken and beef fajita.
Okay,
Chicken beef fajita with the cheddar cheese and
I'm down for all of it. Even I'm telling you that vegan, I didn't know until you told us. I said he was like, no,
That's how we
vegan
do it.
rolls.
well, see, because at Epic you dropped it off. You didn't stay.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to talk to you
So
until.
I'm gonna tell you why. So, which I keep thinking
We
that.
destroyed that.
I keep
Nah,
thinking Cheryl and Nikki she are vegan, but they're not. They're gluten free. So I thought they were gonna come. So I was like, I want to have an option for the people who don't eat meat.
Right,
My first time
You
making
know me
those.
thinking about that.
Yeah,
That's what he
you said
said.
that.
When I talk about me, like you looked at me like I was crazy, and I was like,
I thought that was wrong. I thought that's
Trust
my
the
first time. I
process.
told my wife, I said, hey, taste these real quick.
he didn't even know.
She tasted it, I
I
said,
didn't tell him.
Oh.
vegan. She was like, what? I said, man.
Crush
I
it.
had the sauce with it. I had that bottle of sauce.
Yeah.
They
I used every drop of it. I'm
They
telling
didn't even
you,
know that you have any dessert one. You know, we had the dessert one in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
They didn't know you made one to top water. I like dessert.
Yeah.
Gotta make that.
Yeah.
But he wants eventually. He still wants his sweet potato
Sweet potato
pie.
pie.
There you go.
Okay.
Southern
I
roll.
forgot to say something about that.
You want to say it up? That's why I took
That is my
it.
favorite. That is my
Oh.
favorite dessert.
I'm gonna let you say it.
Every game
That's
show.
why I'm
And
gonna
they ask you the $1 million question of what is T1's favorite dessert? Sweet potato pie.
Okay.
And when I had them egg rolls, I said, I wonder if you can put that in there.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Whipped cream on the side.
So as he's serving up the Southern Rolls, and we're gonna get to some topics for tonight. Shout out to everyone who is tuning in and support you guys. Whoever's Chef Finance, they keep commenting. I guess they know you. They know Smoke Ring King, whoever that is. So shout out to you. We support you guys.
Okay, I don't know what's
Just give us
The Philly cheese have, okay, on that
This
side.
one?
Yeah, on that side.
probably this one.
Yeah, Philly cheese on the
So
right.
as he's serving it up, we're gonna get into
Y'all get dirty
some
rice?
of the topics. One of the topic is
I took the dirty rice on that one.
I'm gonna have Mr. Isaac.
Also,
I'm gonna have Mr. Isaac answer it first while he's serving it up. This came from a co-host D. He says, "Money don't make you happy."
they say.
The saying says, "Money don't make you happy." Do you subscribe to that, or do you think it's BS?
I don't know. No, I don't think money makes you.
I don't know, like,
I'll rebuttal that.
money kind of makes me happy a little bit, because I make others happy with them, you know. I'm a very sharing person, so, I don't know if that makes sense.
You like your service before self.
Yeah, I spend it on, yeah, kids, all that, yeah, family.
Yeah, I definitely think it depends on the person. You know what I mean? Like, but also we have, especially in society, we always have a preconceived notion. We see somebody that lives very well off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh man, they ain't got care in the world, or you know they gotta be the happy.
More money, more power.
Yeah.
But
You want?
they're some of the saddest people
That's true.
in the world, or the people that make their living,
You gonna get some?
or the people that make their living off making people
Fresh out
laugh.
their grease, you know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
So the cheese probably done.
I'm drizzling the sauce on all.
Can't say no better than dirty rice. You wanna pass that sauce?
Yeah.
I would say I agree. Money does not make you happy, but I feel like it makes you comfortable. It does make you, no matter how much, well, I guess depending on how much you make, it does make you comfortable, but totally 100% happy. No, and then you can sometimes don't have a lot and still be happy. There's people who
Makes you happy to be able to provide.
yes.
Yeah, you can't let the road sit for a little while and cool down, the cheese on.
I'm gonna be a happy camper.
It's going to be.
Dirty rice got some spice to it, huh? I'm making some of the drink for
Yeah.
I think I got 2 Philly cheeseburgers.
Yep.
What's the other one?
I think you said this side.
Can you give me some spice, please? Okay.
I think they're trying to make people forget about Sprite, the new Star thing.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
But they've been advertising that a lot, right?
Yeah, like the NBA. Remember the NBA?
Thank you.
And Sprite had a long lasting partnership.
Oh, yeah.
Sprite was all over All-Star weekend, you know, back in the day.
Anybody else want Sprite?
Now this year it's Star.
Yeah, just some of
Oh, yeah.
Tea or Sprite?
Tea.
it.
So,
Which one?
everything got quiet. Must be good. Shout out to Urban Street. Cheryl Meadow, Mickey Street for tuning in. It is good. That's why we got quiet. So the next topic that D brought up was it was a video he posted, and it said, "Hopefully it doesn't get him in trouble. Would you snitch on your girl for $800 million?"
Yo.
No, play the audio.
Oh,
Okay. So the audio was the Webby song that
Alright, so give me that.
Yeah, but it's like she 5 foot. It's the Bun B verse. She 5'7", 139 pounds, 25.
Oh.
So he describing how she looked. Yeah, that was his way of snitching on his girl for 800 million. That's
That's right, man.
that's a lot of money.
You say 800 million?
What she do?
I don't know what she did.
I don't know what she did.
At that point, 800 million, babe.
800 million.
Babe, we gonna when you get out, we gonna live it up.
Yeah, what
I
charge?
pay for your protection.
Like, what's the charge she got?
Oh, it gotta be something
I heard
crazy.
the money in the book now.
Yeah, it gotta be something crazy. Like she gotta do some time for it to be 800. So it gotta be like embezzlement or something.
Damn.
You know, she gonna have to do some feds
Yeah,
time.
we go.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. 800
million, that's like
You gotta do some
you
fed time.
you a fed tail to
So you gotta do 15 flat.
Man, comment below if you was
I'ma hold
if
you
you was
down, man.
snitch on your
I promise.
significant other for $800 million. If you tuned in, comment when you snitch on your significant other for $800 million.
I would think.
I mean, well, me and my boyfriend, we both. I'm snitching on him. We need the money.
I think. I think people with money will still probably tell.
Oh yeah.
Because most people with money want more money.
I can see that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Whoever say no,
Wow.
more power to you, man. You ain't getting no strikes for it. 800 million. That can come by every day. That's some Joe Rogan. That's like soccer, baseball money. That's their contract, 700, 600 million.
Nah, for real.
That's what they get.
Yeah, over like 8 to 10 years.
That's a lot of money
That
to swing a bat and run, steal bases.
Nah, that's a lot to ask
That's all
somebody.
good. That's all good as hell.
Like baseball, that's a lot to ask somebody. Like just to stand there while somebody is 90 feet from you, throwing as hard
As they can.
hard ball, fast as they can. And half the time they throwing faster than some cars can go.
Yeah.
And hope it go over center plate, and just hope
Yeah.
it don't go past your head. Hey man, that's hazardous play right there.
I would imagine their insurance. I can imagine their insurance.
Bro.
Because if you get hit by one of those, you hurt. Like, it ain't no ouch.
That's why you see them fools fighting, like rushing the field.
I think they should let them
But they get hit in the head.
I think they should do like hockey. Like, if you get hit by
Like baseball.
I think they should let you squabble for about 5 minutes.
Oh
You gotta get, come on, bro. He just hit me with a 90 mile per
yeah.
hour.
You got 9 innings anyway.
Yeah.
And over 50% of the time. A pitcher is gonna see a bat and gonna throw to a batter like make at least 6-7 times. And they're one out. Go 5 minutes is nothing to a baseball game.
So I got a question. I always wondered this with people that's like cooks or whatever their profession is. When they get home, do they still have their passion? Like, say you a chef at a restaurant. When you get home, do you still be like, I want to cook?
Oh, I make videos every day, every night.
Oh, so that's like a.
Excuse me, man.
Put them up there. You gonna see little cooking videos. I make cooking videos too.
Oh yeah, so yeah.
Where you posted that?
It's on IG. Yeah.
Okay. So we go check it out.
So you're not on Facebook, right?
I'm on Facebook.
I don't see. I might not follow you, but I don't be seeing you post that. You must
I
be
post
more
every
active
stuff.
on IG.
TikTok.
You got TikTok?
Yeah.
TikTok. My cousin told me I need to start.
Nah, you definitely need to get on
Play
there.
with your food video.
Yeah.
You definitely need to get on there. That's
Yeah, my whole family always asked me to cook something for them.
for food.
Yeah, TikTok for food, man, you will go viral.
Quick.
Carissa told me that.
Because
My kids told me.
it's more people that's into like food reviews now. That's like a thing now. So you'll have people hitting you up like, hey, can you send me this or can we what can we pull up at? So
The
You gotta get in there.
It's a lot of fries.
Work that down.
y'all say my grade? I said my grades yesterday. So
I know you really didn't get a chance to really enjoy the live podcasting because you was cooking, but I know you got to see a little bit of it as you were going in and out. What was your experience with our live podcasting event? I know it's different.
Like, y'all have comedians?
Yeah, we had
And
comedians.
you had other podcasts.
Our podcasting
It was
event,
dope.
we
I
had
kept looking my head out. And you know what I'm saying? It was a nice crowd there. You know, the comedians were funny and stuff.
And we got a good review for the food. Everybody was like, man.
Yeah.
Is he gonna
It was
get
getting
it?
hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't
Straight out
Yeah,
the
they
street.
actually working.
Boy, we was out there with slaves and that back there. They kept ordering and
that's a good thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I did that. I like that. I enjoyed
So the thing we try to be doing with the live podcast events, we haven't did one. We're gonna get back on it this year. But one thing we try to do is we try to highlight black-owned businesses, and we don't necessarily, we're not in the business of making money off them. So we want to try to, like we said, we want to give a platform for them to excel. So that's why we don't charge the vendors to come out. Like, we trying to get y'all up there. Yeah, you know, we're trying to get y'all up there. So it's really cross promotion. You know what I'm saying? We got y'all, because we had, what's the drink? Exotic?
Sam.
Exotic.
Oh,
We had exotic drink.
Yeah, we had them come out and they sold stuff. We had
The lady in the grader,
Elena come out, Ebony.
Ebony, she
What's
does she sets up the date tents, like we want to do date night outside. She
Yeah.
set up a tent and make it look nice. So we had a couple of vendors out there, like you said.
Real estate, we have David was
yeah, I back that tipsy. I back that tipsy at y'all did.
you what?
I said, I back that tipsy out some drinks that y'all little bitch out there.
Oh
Yeah.
I went to school with her.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we try to get everybody out to experience that, and we try to bring out some musicians for them to give them a platform to be heard, and then of course the comedians, you know what I'm saying? So we try to keep everything, we don't want to say local, but kind of like in-house, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to have to fly nobody from Kansas City to come out here when we got comedians that does it. You know,
Right.
we don't want to bring nobody from Houston that do food when we got you to do it.
Yeah.
You know, so we try to do it that way. And I think that separates us from a lot of podcasts because we've even offered podcasts like, hey, when are y'all gonna do a lot of things?
Yeah.
And they like, oh, you know, we thinking about it, but nobody's up because like Blue was saying, it takes a lot. Like, I don't think people really, everything that we've done so far with the podcast is out of our pockets. Man, we ain't got no loans. That would be lovely to get
No
business
business
or
grant.
a grant or something like that. You know, everything is, we save up for it to do it. Like, even with the live event. Shoot, we saved up for it just to be able to get it. And then, of course, we gotta charge for entry. We gotta like try to make some kind of return on your profit. But then when we do that, the money we doing that, we paying for studio. You know, that kind of stuff. So we try to we try to give people an opportunity to see a different side of podcasting. And I think we do a good job at like actually doing it. Because on the other, I got the idea really from 85 South Show. Because they started going on tour. They was one of the first, I guess you would say, podcasts that I've seen doing it like that. But theirs is still different than ours because they're comedians themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
They're the focal point of the show.
Yeah.
And everybody else are supporting actors.
Versus us not being the focal.
Like we don't mind taking a step back on our platform to let somebody else shine. So when we would have the other podcast participate, they weren't just there just to take up space. You know, we
asked them the topic.
you know what I'm saying? It was very interactive, like with them. And if you had something of substance to say, the floor is yours.
Say it.
You know, and it's not about, you know what I'm saying, it's not necessarily about us. You know what I'm saying? We're a very service before self type of podcast.
Which ain't more.
Which is not a normal thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the one thing that I think we can probably all agree on, coming out of COVID was like, we really realized that we're all on borrowed time.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't let something like either preconceived notions or our ego get in the way of the bigger picture. Because COVID affected all of us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It put a halt to everything that everybody was doing or planning to do. So everybody really had to go back to home base and really go back to really come up with some audibles about how can we figure this out. And the moment that we were able to get together and put something like that together, we did it. You know,
it was a hit too.
And it was a hit. And then everything that each one that we did.
It was 4, right? We done 4.
Yeah, we done 4. 4. So like each one that we've done has been bigger than the last one. And then one of the last ones we did,
that was the wrong sexy one?
Yeah, that was the wrong section.
Yeah, see, I missed 2 because I was driving trucks on the road. I was on the road.
So you missed one.
You only one.
I missed Grown Sexy.
That's it.
You sure? Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
I didn't see the one is that the one? Because we had the Power Rangers.
Right, and that's what.
you missed.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the point I was making. Well, about the same as far as when you were saying, well, you know, we don't want to fly somewhere in another city to help us. You know what I'm saying? Get this together. And have to pay for them to come.
Right.
We got somebody right here. Well, that comedian just happens to be aligned with one of the sole reasons a lot of young kids are probably even involved in martial arts, including me.
Yeah.
Like the Black Power Ranger, the original Black Power Ranger was sitting in our pocket, and they were sitting right there in the venue.
Yeah.
Just like
We didn't know.
I had no idea.
Nobody knows.
Because Clinton had said something about it, but it wasn't.
It
Yeah.
said like beforehand.
Yeah, like he was like it still wasn't registered when he was saying it, you know, as you know, we were getting things together, you know, before showtime. And I happened to walk by, and he's in the back with his girl,
Just chilling.
and I look over and now you walk by, that whole in the movie where you walk by, you think you see something, and you have to back up a little bit. It was that whole thing. It literally happened just like that. So I said, please don't go nowhere. I told that man, please don't go nowhere. So when we got up on stage.
I think he left after we came back, but he stayed.
But he stayed. He ended up staying. And was able to. I was able to share like, yo, like the reason I'm involved in martial arts is sitting in this room.
Right.
I'm like, and I felt like you needed to know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm assuming that's one of your favorite podcasts.
That was definitely.
It had to be that between them.
Well, the podcast. Well, my favorite podcast moment would really be that same night when I brought my wife on stage.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And then
People actually saw a black man be vulnerable, and because you don't see a lot of black men go on public platform talking about their wife. I love my wife. I cherish my wife. He did that. He cried, and that was good to see. Because a lot of black men, they always want to say it in private, or they wait till the anniversary day, and it's never really a good happy anniversary. It's something slick. Like I put you through a lot of mess. Happy anniversary, baby.
Yeah.
It's never nothing like, it's never nothing sweet. Like you've been down, you've been holding me down. It's never nothing.
You got people looking at it like, what you take up to me?
Got some classes I can take, man.
When we went to the comedy event for
What's
your life for your birthday too?
yeah,
What's
our anniversary was that day.
Come on the wood.
The dude from the wood.
One of the actors from the wood.
Slim.
Yeah.
He was a lyric girl.
He did the event with radioactive.
And then he called Travis and his wife up to
For everybody with their anniversaries.
And it just happened to be that day.
It happened to be his birthday as well around that time, so he got to dance.
So we had,
We had some dope
we had some dope moments. Like I said, it was that, the Power Ranger. We had Zilla.
Yeah, Zilla. Shout out. No notice to Zilla this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, where you gonna be?
In Dallas.
Okay. So he's the wrestler I was telling you about. So
He's ready to lock in on them.
Okay.
So those are some prime moments that we have had. With the live events, man. Like, in my opinion, if we ever stop doing the podcast, those are history. All 4 events of those will go down in history because ain't nobody in the city ever did it.
Yeah.
So that's what we kind of pride ourselves on doing. Just like you coming here bringing this, like ain't nobody in the city doing that because they not serving what you say service before self.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's more about them. Like look at us. You know what I'm saying? It's not. They're not really trying to highlight no other business. I ain't taking no shots at y'all, and y'all feel that way.
It is what it is.
We got hands over here. Just throw that out there.
So,
Just throw that out there.
I want to read some of the comments from the people who
Whatever you want.
I will read some of the comments for the people who posted when I first posted the flyer. Ben said it's always fun when he stopped by. Shout out to Ben DeMar, he's been supported since we first started. One of the girls, her name is Marie Adams. She goes by Bunching It with Marie or something like that. Where she goes, her and her friend go to different places. They do food reviews.
I see her on TikTok or something.
Yeah, they have a big platform. And they love going to brunch places as well. So check them out if you want your food reviews. She's a dope person. And she said her favorite episode, of course, was she was on our show. It just so happened we did an all-female show. It just so happened that all 3 of them just happened to go through a breakup like a couple of days before the podcast. I didn't admit it. I didn't know. They went through a breakup. And I'm not going to say the guy's name to get him shine. But her breakup just happened to be, so 3 days before the podcast, she went to a breakup where she was talking to this guy for a year. She had slept over his house and everything, then realized that he had a girlfriend who lived with him. And there was no signs of a girl living at the house and everything. So she shared her story about how that happened. So I like that.
Oh, you didn't know?
That boy good.
She didn't notice there was no sign of female living at that house.
So what happened at that year mark where it was like,
The girlfriend contacted her.
He had a, you know, the stages, you know, when
The
you
girlfriend
perform
contacted her.
and
That's
you
what
that changed the whole thing. That's what he was.
Why would the girlfriend come back?
That's
Well, take the whole apartment
There
around.
was no signs of this girl for a year.
But there was no signs of a girlfriend living with him, so she didn't know that he had a girlfriend. I don't know how the girlfriend found her or
No
what happened. She didn't
hair,
go
no
into
hair,
details.
no perfume.
She didn't go into no details. She said there was no pictures, no filming. She said there was nothing.
We might have to bring her back on.
They were living in the same house.
She was like,
Yeah.
going over his crib.
The reason why he got away with it so long, apparently the girlfriend that lives with him works overnight. She's like a nurse overnight. So I guess when she's leaving, she's getting off work. I don't know.
My homeboy did something like that, and I guess around the time when this girl was getting off work, she came home and he forgot, tell her to leave, so they both sleep on the couch. She come home, the nurse came home, seen him sleeping on the couch. He did that like 3 different times.
And she didn't say that?
Yeah, they probably argued, but she stayed around.
It was a girl that asked, why do married men cheat instead of just leaving? And I said, well, it's an old song that said it's cheaper to keep. So yeah.
Boy.
It's cheaper to keep. Man. Hey man, sometimes you break up, man, you gonna lose everything. You'll be on the street.
What's your favorite moment?
And that girl ain't no, she ain't even mess with you no more after that. You done lost everything.
Lost everything.
Hey man, she kicked me out. Man, you think I come on? Man.
If she don't want you, why would I want you?
Right.
What's your favorite moment?
My favorite moment is when me and Cliff was freestyling.
Get up on your phone.
Yeah, get up on your phone.
So I don't know if you saw that at the podcast.
Yes.
Cooking the food. So they did a freestyle to get up off your phone home. I thought that was an actual song. I didn't know. So I see them post a clip the next day because I heard it live. I saw them post a clip. So me, I'm on Spotify, YouTube, trying to find this song.
Oh, yeah,
Get
you
up off
were
your
in
phone
there.
home. I was like, this is a song. And then I went back and I was like, oh, this is a made up song.
Yeah.
But it was catchy. A lot of people said they got it stuck in their head. We was supposed to make it to the fall.
Yeah,
we never did, but
we still might.
that was dope.
That was, yeah.
Get up off your phone.
Cause it started because Travis was on his phone. When we came back, he came back in, yeah, and I was telling everybody, hey, okay, let's get ready, this, and this, and I was walking around, and Travis had his phone propped up. I didn't even know what he was doing on his phone, and I was like, get off your phone. And I just started and then Aubrey joined in and stuff like that. And then Chris, I don't even know who got Clip mic. Then we just started freestyle. It was fun. That was my favorite. That was my favorite one.
Nah, you remember dude at that same podcast, he was like not listening. Like he was asking this question.
Oh, Tina. Him and Tina was going at it. The bright skin dude.
Yeah.
No. He came with
Damien
Aubrey.
Cameron.
Yeah, the one with the hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, hoodie and glasses.
He was asking the same question.
Same question.
And it had got answered.
Yeah.
To the point where
But he didn't like his answer, so that's
the point where
why
the DJ interjected.
Yeah, the DJ.
And he stopped him. He was like, I've been hearing. He was like, bro, I just want to know, man, who hurt you?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I'm like,
He
wow.
was
Let me ask you another question.
Yeah.
Podcast. Is it like a competition thing? Do some people look at it like a competition?
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
Like all the other things, y'all had everybody there.
Like you said, we have people on our podcast, and then we hit them up. Some people say, "Oh, we want to keep it in our circle," but like I mentioned, one of the podcasts we want to keep it in their circle. Their same circle is the same as my U3 circle.
Okay.
Like they support another guidelines. That's what U3 does. So
We had them on our podcast.
we got them on a podcast and a live podcast event.
Yeah.
There's a couple of podcasts who went through rebranding, but one didn't have me. I got to go on that show by myself. They didn't get a chance yet before they did a rebranding. So I don't think they're doing guests anymore. But some just don't want to network. Some feel like they see what we're doing, and I guess they do take that as competition. They see we're doing the live podcast, and then we do the game nights. They're like,
I was like, hey, look, I'm just gonna throw it out there. We the best podcast, niggas. It is what it is, y'all. Y'all can pay for the numbers, y'all can pay for the streams, but topic to topic, everyday things, y'all can't touch.
because one of the podcasts.
One podcast, everything goes to sex.
No, I'm not gonna talk about that. One of the podcasts.
Everything.
Shout out to
We
Radio-
gonna talk about egg rolls, that's gonna go to sex.
Shout out to Radioactive. He did send us a screenshot saying that we was a guest on his podcast.
Shout out to Radioactive, that's the podcast we talk about. They talk about sex all the time. So we told him about that. So it ain't like we talk about
No, I'm not talking about that though. But he just sent us a screenshot saying that we had. I'm trying to see how many views we had. Our podcast, 4.3K views at us being a guest on their podcast. So that's dope. And we forgot. We did that like 2 years ago. We forgot about it.
Forgot all about it.
So.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, we do our best to give. We ain't saying we giving expert advice or anything like that. It's just the way our opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we just got all three of us. We don't think alike. So Travis' answer would be totally different than mine, and Blue's would be totally different than
And the fact that they're married kids, they can bring that experience. They see me through a couple dating phases. They didn't see a couple.
So we cried.
I cried on the podcast with the school I used to work at because I was being treated right. He cried over some topics, so people got to see us and are happy.
I haven't cried. I might cry.
Yeah. They see me giving you praise. Like the last time we had your egg roll vibe on the podcast, we pranked them, pretend like we were gonna.
Oh yeah.
We did a dish shot. But like the game nights are always fun. We do podcast versus podcast because that's when you get to actually let your hair down and have fun.
Yeah.
You always have to be serious.
And that's another thing. Like when we say networking, like when we do game nights, we invite other podcasts to come on the game night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like we got to the point
It's
to
always
where
been a collaborative
Right.
effort. Like we've always wanted to do
Doing a
that.
collab.
Yeah. And then we think outside the box. Like live podcast is one thing that a lot of podcasters don't do. And then when they always do events, especially like back to school events, people always say back to school event. What's the first thing you think of? The kids. We decided to go for the teachers because teachers need school supplies as well. Teachers need lunch. So we did back to school event for teachers. So we got the school supplies, even if it's not a lot. It's the basics: hand sanitizers, some crayon markers.
me and Blue is at Dollar General just in there just, you know.
Yeah, we had people donate.
Yeah, so
buying stuff. And then his wife's a teacher, so she gave us a list of stuff that, some essentials that would help.
And then
We got a bag. We got some bags donated. Someone donated some bags, and we put our Where You At logo on their bag with the school supplies. So the fact that people just think about the kids, I get it, kids need stuff too, but what about the teachers who help the kids? So we did an event at Horizons for that, and we got to have fun with the teachers. We did.
It was like a game night.
We got good spelling bee. We had to spell words like ooh yeah and stuff like that. It made it fun, and the teachers actually had a good time. They had fun. We did some.
It's an open bar, so they was able to get some drinks.
The drink that they had down, they had a food truck out there.
I mean, it wasn't free. I'm just saying, like.
But we got gift cards. But it was people to come in and just have a good time, and they were just appreciative because people don't think about the teachers. I get it, you think about the kids, but sometimes the teachers need love too. So I like the fact that we thought outside the box.
Especially because I know ever since like every year that since I've dealt with a school age child from my daughter getting in elementary on, every year the teachers ask me, hey, parents, it would be greatly appreciated if you can donate a box of paper.
Yeah, you're
Box
right.
of tennis.
Tissue.
Tissue paper.
Now.
Pencils and crank marker.
So at least we did something
Well,
different.
for
Started.
my child,
So
yeah.
probably the last year, at least they can say, and it's just some people, because there's some teachers who came, we never met them, we don't know how they ever got us, but they showed up to the event. So it was like
All over. We were trying to get all over. We were trying to get as big as we possibly could. That's why we picked that certain spot. It was something to where it was because we was gonna have it at another spot, but we was like, these are grown ups. They don't want to drink. They don't drink something like that. So let's just see if we can do that at a bar or something.
and then the leftovers bags that we had, we got to go to another, shout out to DJ Fat. He did a back to school event, so I got to donate the rest of the bags and some gift cards there. He gave it to some teachers and adults and all that. So,
And we tried to collab with people on that.
oh yeah, that was
You know what
hard.
I'm saying? So we
Like,
I track record said
at least
we
five
trying to
podcasts
work with
on
everybody
the
else. It's just everybody else is kind of like.
At least you got doing something good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't want to say it's intimidating, but then when you try to collab with them and then you get the iffy answers, if we're supposed to be doing it for a positive thing, there shouldn't be no iffy answers, man. Because it's not really about us, it's about whoever we helping.
Because
But
we had
y'all
shirts
doing it.
made,
Yeah.
where they put podcast name on it and say we support teachers and some of I don't know about his shirt.
Yeah.
But shout out to Amzai, he's over the Sam Pluto show. They do live music reviews. So if you have a song, send it to him. He will review it live.
I think he did an anniversary.
Oh, he did.
Not with his wife, not podcast.
Oh. He says, coming from experience, none of that competition stuff matters if you aren't monetizing your podcast or show. You gotta get to the bag by episode number 1.
Yeah, Amazon is real big on the monetization.
Yeah, he got that down pat.
Yeah, that's what we trying. That's really our focus, now, because I think we've got enough skin in the game to be.
And one thing a lot of people can say from us, they seen our growth. They saw how okay, we started virtually, then we started doing it in person. They said, okay, get your audio up. We got our audio better. Then they say, get your visuals better. We got our visuals better. So we take criticism. We listen to people. We grow. We don't just stay stuck where we are. You see us, like you said, from the other podcast center to here.
Yeah.
We grow. We get better. So I like that.
I'm curious. We were talking about our dynamic. How is the mother and son
Dynamic with the kitchen.
Yeah, with the different businesses.
Does he cook a little bit better than you?
Anyone more than
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Take it off.
What you say? What you
Give
get?
that man. You can't with that.
Hold on, man. You get like.
Come on, man.
We gonna probably say for your wife, right? That's for your wife?
Nah, that was me.
Does he cook a little bit better than you or not yet?
Oh, no, he cooks better. I don't do really like cooking. Yeah, I just started the business with Isaac, just trying to help him and support him. Because he's been doing his own thing, but he wants his mom and not going to be there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 100%.
You need her to help me with the money side, and then we finna start a foundation. My son, he has a heart disease.
Oh yeah, I know about that, yeah.
A couple of years ago, he was going through it. So when we crank it up, I don't know what percentage, but we might have donate 15 of the percentage to Children's Hospital or something. I haven't got it all written down.
Yeah,
yet, but
but that's
we're gonna crank that up though.
That's good.
We were talking about that. I think we talked about that before. It's like trying to hook up with a charity or something like that. Because another thing we've been on like mental health. So that's what I was going to get to is we usually ask our guests on a scale of 1 to 10, how is your mental health right now? 1 being the worst and 10 being sky high, cloud 9. So
You say 1 the worst?
1 the worst. Yeah, right. So you know most.
Shit, 4, 5. It depends on, you know.
How are you today?
You good.
That's good, man. I mean,
So what,
we-
8 or 10?
yeah. A 10.
I'm lying.
We gonna go with it.
Look.
No,
When
be
you
real.
work, when you work in, you know, when you have your own business and
It's
stuff,
a lot
you know,
of stress.
it's a lot of
Yeah.
stress. Sometimes the job slow down, and you know, you don't get no jobs. Like
Sometimes
stuff
the
start.
extra
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you know, it's up to that.
So we can average out about 6, 7 in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's average. I think 6, 7 average. I don't trust nobody that's a 10. All this time. You gotta be on cocaine.
Why? Oh.
I don't know nobody that ever been on anything else. Like, I don't know nobody that's been on heroin or nothing. But cocaine, people seem like they having a blast on cocaine for some reason. So that's the only how I know that you're a 10. You say, yeah, I'm a 10. I'm like, you did a line before you came up in. That's just me though. You might be generally. Yeah, you might just be on 10. You might be having a good day. You know, some people will say they're 9. You know,
You automatically don't trust nobody.
they say 10, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
I
Automatically.
can see that though.
Yeah. The way the world is, how the hell are you a 10? You can say 9, 9.5. But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm good. Things is going good, you know. Me and the wife not arguing, kids, good grades. But if you a 10, you cheating on your wife. That's how I'm gonna take it. No, I ain't. I'm just fucking around.
The reason I say
You
like,
got him choking over this. You got him choking over this.
the reason I say 5, 6, you know, because it goes back to the business part of it.
Yeah.
You know, like that, you know,
Yeah.
didn't work out, and you got to go back to the right board. And like I said, a lot of stress.
The reason I think 6 in that 5, 6, 7 is range is good, or I think is normal or average is because I think a lot of us we not where we want to be at.
Yeah.
So I think that growth comes along with it. So I think the closer you get to that where you want to be, whatever goal you have, I think the closer to the 10 you will be. But I just still don't trust nobody.
And I was about to say something about that team.
Yeah, that 10 is cocaine. I'm telling you. It's something. It's some kind of vice. I don't know what it is. I'm just going with cocaine because, you know,
Oh, boy.
every movie I've seen, cocaine, they are having a blast.
I want to know what's next for you. I know you mentioned you want to have the food stand and the restaurant. Besides the food, what's next for you in all your businesses? You say you have a whole bunch of music recorded together.
Yeah.
The labels getting back together, type on. I'm joking. But no, what's next for you, especially with your painting business?
Well, with the music, like I said, I'm gonna hop back on these platforms. I got all them songs I did back in the day, you know. They all still go hard, you know. I'm working on the register them and just see what they do, you know. See how many people download them. And plus, like, I had so many artists. I had like 20 artists back in the day. I had like a street team with like 20 people. They still hit me up to this day, like, hey, you still got them songs and stuff? So I'm just gonna go on and put them, you know.
So who was some of the people on Stackhouse? I got started late after Stackhouse kind of almost.
Well, at the beginning, it was like just 4 of us. It was me, my best friend Will, Nathan. It was like people we went to school with.
Yeah.
Like, man, you know what? Well, first of all, let me go all the way back. When I was 18, I got signed to just make beats to this one label called Balance Records, Money Hungry Click. So we did that and stuff, and they was acting like Suge Knight.
Oh.
I remember one time.
Why is it always in any area? Somebody's trying to act like something not. Like, I don't understand that.
Like,
It was very impressive, man. I remember on Thanksgiving, man, you know, they had a meeting and, you know, spend Thanksgiving with the family and stuff. Boy, they had a meeting after that, they were just going too hard. I'm not gonna do this myself.
Yeah.
So I ran off to, you know, another group, boom, boom. I went to like about bounce, like 3 groups, you know what I'm saying, before Stackhouse came. Started with my 4 homeboys, and then y'all heard of Dane Film?
Yeah.
Okay. How's that? How can I say that? Dane Film is my baby mama's brother. So he started all his videos on us first before he actually blew up.
Man, that's dope. 'Cause now
Yeah.
he's going.
Yeah, he blew up.
Shout out to Dave.
Shout out to Dane Films. And basically we had the best videos. Like,
Yeah.
what it was like 2008 when he
So he
started.
was good early.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took the class in school and
Oh, okay.
he just started practicing with us. So people like, dang, videos, they got videos out on YouTube, they look nice, wow. So that's how the following came, and then like everybody started to hop on and stuff, and you know, it just grew bigger and bigger and bigger. The street team, the artists, and you know.
They don't sing it like
I know they see you. They know who you are. They know me. So, who else you had after that?
So I don't know which week.
We had Tiny came through, Tiny Tune, we had Hoppy came.
Chicken and beef.
We met Tiny too when we did the interview.
I do it.
So many people. We got Lily Hood,
Boy Blue.
Oh, okay.
Who's some of the women you had?
Lily Hood, this female named Joy, she called herself Miss Juicy. It was like a lot of people. The only people that still really rapping like that was with Stackhouse, only like 2 people, I think, Tiny and Hoppy.
And who?
Yeah, his name is Hoppy. I need to get him on. Like Hoppy, he don't do no shows out here or nothing, but he's like one of the hottest artists that I even, can rap.
So when did you know that these artists was it? Like when did you know like Tiny Two, Boy Blue, and all them had it? How'd you know?
With the songs, they passion. Nuh-uh.
No,
Mm-mm.
that's. I
But
get that.
like, he was a
that's how you-
punchliner. Like, when he started off with Stackhouse, every little bar was like a punchline. You know what I'm saying? What do you say? It's so much stuff. I can't.
Yeah.
But and then like toward the end, he started, flipping it up. You know what I'm saying? And go fast, go slow, and really he just found himself. You know what I'm saying? They were all young. They was like 17, 16 and stuff, and I helped them grow up and find themselves.
That's dope.
So with your painting business, what's next for that?
Painting business, we getting that going. I don't know about any partners. The last partner. Shout out Rail. You know what I'm saying? You owe me some money. This dude shut my account down. I don't like you.
Oh wow.
That's just what it is.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. We did a lot of little personal stuff, you know what I'm saying, to the business, and yeah, it slowed me down a lot. So we just getting that back growing up,
You got jobs, you have a job.
Yeah, it's gonna keep coming.
If y'all know Real, tell me he ain't shit. I don't know who he is.
And you can't be a guest on our
You
show.
ain't shit, Real.
You can't be a guest.
Won't be a guest.
Man.
We gonna blackball you.
Is that the one I did the other cartoon for?
Yeah,
Oh!
Johnny the headlines?
Yeah.
man, make them take the hat off of them, make them bald, make them with the little
Let me know.
George.
I'll take them off, man. I'll take them off. I'll take them off.
He's an artist. Like he's a rapper too.
No, he's a painter.
Oh, okay.
He taught me how to paint back in the day, and he was a real good friend. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's the ones that teach you how to do stuff, and then when you take off doing it better than them, they don't like it.
Okay.
It's different to the boss.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it is too. Like you have people that can teach you how to do stuff and give you tips, and then when you do it better than them, that's when it's like, oh,
You think you better than me, huh? I don't want to talk to you.
I came up with the business, man. Let's make our own money. Let's start this business, man. Let's go and do this. Man, we start getting these contracts, man, and I'm gonna tell you the real thing. What happened? He ran into somebody. He a millionaire. So we was working with this millionaire, but he was the main one talking to him, conversating with him and stuff, and he just kind of went behind my back with that.
Oh man. See?
well,
Agreed.
shout out to Mickey. He said the roles were good. Will be a nice little dope collab. In case you don't know, you and Tiny Toon do music, but Tiny Toon also is a nice little handyman. So if you ever need electrician work, all that. I'm just saying, some of the Stackhouse collab with the painting. Because he does a couple stuff around my house, so shout out to him.
No,
It's not too many people that my mom can trust. So my mom trusts him to come over.
He fixed my AC a couple times.
Yeah, he did my AC.
Dick that slip.
He quickly put the TV
Said
up.
the deacon been slipping.
Oh, Lord. Look at him.
We be talking.
Yeah, what type of
My
mom?
mom, she was like, I forgot what was on the line came up, but we was like, oh, she was with the deacon, huh?
And he called her, what do you call her? Dick him down or something?
Dick him down. So it's like, he been sitting there, he ain't fixing the AC, he ain't changing the filter, and the he ain't doing nothing, he just coming over and playing basketball.
So I want to know from the what advice do you have for anybody that wants to do business with family, their mom, their dad? What advice do you have?
I mean, we big on family.
That's
I
good.
heard someone say that, you was mentioning that, you get your more supporters from other people. But with us, we're big on family.
I know they critical of
That's
their
crap.
food. Like, they taste it like not
Everybody
saying
want
it,
to
this
cook
is
more.
it.
When I leave here, I gotta go, on Hub right here, Uncle Mike's house.
Mhm.
He want me to, smoke a brisket, ribs, for his birthday Thursday, so.
But do they let you know? They let you know like this ain't it. When you try new stuff, or this is it. Oh, you can treat
It's
this.
always it.
That's
I was about to say that.
It's always it.
I'm saying like when you make the sauce, tone down the heat a little bit, but they let you know, right? If it was like,
Yeah, I
I'm
had
not
to
saying
remake
you
it,
always
because she
hit.
said it was hot, it was real.
This one is nice.
It's not hard to me.
No, I remade
Oh, you
it.
remade it?
Look
Oh.
before action.
It was? Okay.
Yeah, it was real, I'm like, oh, Lord. Let me freak it.
Well, you've been working all day. You gotta come.
Yeah, I was.
You never know the future, but I'm hoping to see you at the MLK March with your Southern Rolls. That'd be nice. Maybe at a Fiesta event, the place in New Orleans. We can get that gumbo
That's
run.
Gumbo roll.
The gumbo
That's
roll.
That sauce needs to be
In the
Bottled
shell.
up, yeah. Bottled
You
up.
gotta get that.
What do you call your sauce? What do you call your sauce? Do you have a name?
Southern sauce.
Huh?
You just have
Southern
to
sauce.
That's it?
Just Southern sauce.
No name yet.
Cause you got,
That's the name, Southern sauce.
I don't think the one we had last time.
No, it was like this. It was more like a barbecue
Yeah.
flavor.
Y'all had the
But-
Chipotle. Y'all had the
Oh, the
Chipotle.
Chipotle one.
But I do
That
know.
shit was good. So I put it on everything.
This is stores.
I put it on my
It's
wife.
gonna go.
We don't want. I'm not saying we need commission. We don't. So just name one after us. So we can
Lay down, baby.
The way you ask them chill, or the way you ask them spicy, the way you ask them something. We get our own little flavor.
Look, this is what I'm
Oh,
I want y'all to come up with y'all with a roll. Come up with a roll like what y'all want to taste. Agree with what y'all want to taste inside a roll. I'm gonna get you sweet potato pie.
Hey. Yeah.
But I want y'all to come up with the name for it. Y'all
With
name
a
it.
wall, with a wall. Besides the sweet
It's
potato,
gonna
when
be
you
y'all
say-
roll. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We got you. So for people who don't know, because we did talk about it a little briefly, you do vegan options. Let people know out there that you can do that for the people who don't eat meat. Because some people are on that boat then.
Yeah.
So give us all your stuff. Tell people where they can find you, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Don't be
Look,
shy.
all the skin that's, the rolls, they're all plant-based.
Okay.
So,
Talk your ish.
and
Let
then
us know.
you eat it, and ain't gonna make it fluff up like beers did me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, find me on Instagram, Southern Road to Go, Facebook, Southern Road to Go.
Your painting businesses.
Picture Perfect Painting. What else we got? I even got the Stackhouse page. Yeah, everything.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll try to get all of them, and we'll try to tag all of them in like the picture when we post it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So go ahead, follow, like, subscribe. Help them start a TikTok. People with the food.
Yeah.
We're gonna help you with a TikTok. We're gonna help you start that. Post your food. Post the food.
Tell you, man,
Post the food.
That's the right now.
Yeah.
That's the market right now.
Exactly.
My cousin just laced me up last week.
Yeah, that's the
My
market.
cousin, yeah, blow up doing
You
that.
could have did like Valentine orders.
Quick too, especially because I don't see nobody doing this.
No.
So
This is
you know what I'm saying.
Cause
So
people always doing like soul food. They do the barbecue, but they never do.
Yeah, I'm outside the box.
nah, this is dope. This is I mean
No, I didn't come up with the role. You know who came up with that? Bruce Lee and
Yeah.
you know,
But you added your.
you freak.
but they
You know,
they
black
doing this.
people.
That's doing right.
Wait, but I just caught when he
Yeah, Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. I'm like, what?
My my bad.
It's like a real life. Oh,
Graffiti, I made that.
yeah, word.
Oh man. But shout out to everyone who support us again. This is our third year doing this podcast, and we're going to continue doing it many more episodes. I did not know this was going to last 3 years, so I'm not going to lie, because like I said, when the other guy first started it, I was a little iffy bringing it back, because I was overwhelmed. I didn't want to do more podcasts. I had you three.
Yeah.
You did a lot. Because I did by myself, no co-hosts, and I'm like, I was tired. I didn't want to do no more. I didn't want to do the sex podcast. I was over it. I was over that.
Is that the
So-
one?
I caught a couple episodes of that, so it was
Is that the one?
Yeah, that's the one.
I was recording.
No, but before we had it with Jason, I did it virtually with other people.
What was the name of that one?
It's the same thing, FOH. No, that was for FOH after that.
What was the one you did with Jason?
Collation.
Collation.
I
We got like
the name.
4 or 5 episodes.
Come to us.
Yeah, it was crazy. That podcast probably could have. It was Jason. And shout out to Jason Stutter and
Angel, I was Angel.
Yeah, shout out to Jason, man.
And I was Angel.
and I man. Shout out to them. Man.
Them two together, they got
They
stories.
put on the podcast
oh,
Two times.
Yeah.
2 times.
like twice. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got stories to tell. They made good
No, they
podcasts.
got some stories.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they made good podcasts.
They was the Whole Nations podcast, and they got stories. These stories on that is crazy too.
So
I was recording.
if I had the time, I feel like it would work, but I don't want to put myself into more stuff that I can't
And
manage.
they was busy too. They got a lot of stuff.
They had a lot of stuff as well. So I'm happy that we have a team that support each other. And shout out to Mrs. McGarity and Mrs. Perry for your support, because there's not too many women who will allow their men to do a podcast with just one female and then question like, what's her intentions? Oh, she's single, she might have y'all out there, you know. But I like the fact that they support. And not only do, especially Mrs. Perry, like she's the one that posted the screenshots of us doing a virtual, and I'm like, why am I on the camera like that? But she supports, she tunes in, she says what's up, she lets us know, hey, this ain't good, y'all can fix this.
my wife was, I'm gonna cut you off. My wife was, she critiques hard because this right here is this is her realm as far as public affairs. That's what she did in the military. So, like video and photo and just visuals. Period. She's really like on that. Like going to the movies sometimes can be a little bit. Can be a little bit. She's like, that don't even make sense. Why would you shoot it from here? Boy, you should.
Yeah.
Just watching the movie, man. We just kidding. But that's where but she does things like, no, you need she's like, hey, I notice you look down a lot, or Blue does this, or D does this a lot. Maybe y'all can tweak this.
Yeah.
So she helps us out.
Yeah.
She was all like that. Because where if you go on our page and my wife or our individual pages and look at the photos, I'll be in the room in the closet recording, and she's like literally in the living room watching
On the TV.
That's up.
and I'm literally getting text messages.
You need to.
Hey,
Oh yeah, shoulders up.
Hey, speaking of that, another moment we had. Cause the only thing that we said that we want to do no more is politicians. So we had
People went
Yeah,
in
What else was the longest one of my life?
It's something for the east side.
Zone 4. One of those.
Yeah, city council
City council.
number 2 or whatever.
It was like Darden, Tyrone.
So we had a couple of them.
Tyrone.
Nika went like some of the people. I forgot who else.
I can't think of his name. He got a podcast now.
Tyrone.
No. They cousin. Or their older brother. Tyrone.
Perry. Al Perry.
Walter Perry.
Walter Perry. Not Walter.
They was on the
So
show.
yeah.
So we had
That's album, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we had a couple politicians. We
That's
had
the
to
whole-
one at a time. We like the fact that they, of course, politicians gonna talk about each
It
other.
was
Did they find out some stuff
Yeah.
after the interview that they were lying about some stuff?
Yeah, they was texting
It
me
wasn't
during the
that,
interview.
but it wasn't as exciting. So we kind of made, so after we got done with them, we kind of made a comment now back to the fun stuff, and someone kind of took offense and like, we're not fun.
No, they're not.
No.
That was
Nah.
No, hey, you were.
You are, and you still ain't.
There was a lot of things that were said. There was a lot of fluff,
yeah.
and we can read through BS.
It was one. It
I'm
was
like,
to speak. I was saying that because with him being in the closet, he was on the camera and
his face.
you can see his face like.
And
So we take like, hey, bro,
that particular interview, I was doing that a lot.
it was the one with the girl, right?
Yeah, I was
So she was going. Like, we didn't really ask her.
at all. Like it was a lot.
From the one video,
Like,
just kept.
we gonna get to ask you a question, you know? And then we interviewing the other one, and then the other one texting like, he's lying. Ask him why this. He's like, bro, this is not.
Oh yeah, that's too much.
It's like,
No, we
what-
have women saying.
That's some
We
high
got
school,
to do that.
some high school stuff. So you got a
One
box.
more politician.
Yeah.
Right there to the.
Is Mickey up there?
I don't know.
I think.
But
Nah,
just
he-
go up there and walk
This
that this
way.
way. Right there. So we're not gonna keep y'all long. We're about to end this podcast. We're gonna give a shout out to ICP for coming through with the egg rolls. Now, I ain't gonna lie.
Not the
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
Southern
oh,
rolls,
you
sorry.
said it, bro?
I did, my bad. I fixed it, Southern rolls, sorry, my bad. But look, let me tell you. So when I call ICP for Southern rolls for myself, he's like, cool, I got you. When I called for the podcast, he's a little iffy. Cause you know it wasn't just for me. He was a little iffy. I had to let him know what was going down. He was like, I don't know. He trusts me, but he ain't trust y'all two niggas. No, I'm joking.
No.
It wasn't that. He's wanna make sure, he's wanna know what's up. Cause you know podcasting can be a little, not challenging but scary. You never know what they're gonna ask. You never know the direction. Like you said, we and him been on a couple podcasts. We supposed to go on ourselves next week. We talk about sex, and that's not what we're signing up for.
Yeah.
We're not like that. We're gonna let you know what we talk about, and we're not the type to. We'll let you know, hey, you want to know the topic from the time, we'll give it to you. We're not shy. We want you to feel comfortable. We're happy you came through. We're happy you bought the food.
Appreciate y'all. Like,
We appreciate the food, the sauce, all this good stuff. You never miss. We might have you back on to do this dessert one. The dessert one, the sweet potato pie. Travis's sweet potato pie, T1 pie.
Yeah, I'm feeling well.
Pie. So it's gonna be dope.
Bro, I just started eating sweet potatoes.
Hey, good.
I like. I'm not a fan of sweet potato.
You make that? Okay.
I'm not a fan of
Oh, you make
Now we're gonna have.
you make the southern rolls too?
No, she makes good sweet potato pie. So
With her recipe and
we're gonna
your.
start hooking it up.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
before we go, shout outs, thank you. Did we have an important question to ask you since you're a first time guest? But don't worry about that. Just go ahead and do your shout outs, your thank yous, everything.
You wanna ask me a question after?
After.
Okay.
We get to it. That's gonna be the last question.
I want to thank y'all for inviting me up on here. Shout out to everybody that taught me something, that I took and ran with. Shout out to all my loved ones, my surrounding ones, my homeboys that's still here. Even I don't got the, a lot of people, I got radio sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They took all my studio equipment. So once my studio equipment left, it's like the circle left. Like if the money ain't there, they not there. You know what I'm saying? So just shout out to the homeboys who stick around through the hard times and good times.
That's gonna make the blow up even more sweeter because of the ones that are still around.
Exactly. Yeah.
That much sweeter.
Like I said, if you need to change on that logo, no extra charge. I can X amount.
I asked you to
I
make
think
my
on the big ass
Stackhouse,
paper. I think the big ass paper. You have a ladder in your logo? I put a ladder. Think of a ladder. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
With the brush.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, she got the rolling clothes. Me and what's name like this.
Yeah, so I'll change it to a ladder or something. Cause you do gotta come up a ladder.
Yeah, just look
You
it
gonna
up.
X amount your logo. I got you.
Come out.
But go ahead. Just shout out to the thank you.
Shout out to. I don't do this often. I do, but I don't. Shout out to my Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
The past, I'll say year and a half, going on 2 years, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Have been probably the most challenging and most rewarding. At the same time,
And through all of that, to be able to keep my sanity, and my family intact when it was being attacked, I can't take the credit for that. So I have to give him glory and honor for that. Then of course my wife, my kids, my fight team, hybrid, spread hybrid systems, hybrid Muay Thai, higher combatives, off the top podcast. Shout out to the Honorable Fatu family. I'll be seeing Zilla and Jacob, who go watch them wrestle this weekend in Dallas. And shout out to my Oh yeah, it made the highlights.
Yeah.
Offline about that. But yeah, shout out to my first podcast team, Red Rags. You know, they literally have been with me through this whole journey, and like some of it may have been self-induced, because me not responding to things right from a personal, on my personal side, and them being understanding when I can't make it.
And he was in school, he just graduated with his BA. So, when you're in school, sometimes you can't make episodes. We quick to say, if you can't make it, we out. No, we stuck by him because we know he's in school. And if we ever need to go to school or do something, like when he was doing truck driving, sometimes it was just us who doing the podcast. And we on the road and we try to end, but signaling to them.
I was driving for almost a year.
Yeah, it was a while.
So then he's in school, it was just us two. So
I just, all of it, everything good that I have in my life is because of my Savior. And that's really what I can boil it down to.
Shout out to my wife, my kids. Shout out to my mom and my sis. I'm probably the only two in my family that support my cousin Nate. Shout out to my Kate and Faith. I'm probably the two of the main ones in my family is huge, man. I'm pretty sure y'all probably know some of the Garys. Family is huge. And them the only three.
With a couple of them.
Yeah, probably. The only three that show some support. I'm willing to give away free stuff. Still can't give it to them. But anyway, shout out to the family anyway. Shout out to my podcast team, man. Shout out to Live at 5 Studios, man. Dopest interviews in the city. Check those
next
out.
to you three.
Nah, I'm black to you, man. Who else, man? And shout out to everybody who support us, everybody who's tuned in. Shout out to my kinfolk KG, Slim Biggie, his birthday today. Happy birthday, man. I think he's doing something on Friday. I can't think of what spot he is, but I already told him I'm gonna be on the road, so I ain't gonna make it, kinfolk. I'll shoot you some cash out, $20 for a shot or something like that. But
how much it costs?
yeah, that's all I can give. And that's it, man. Real quick, shout out to A&B Easy, man. He gave me some game on the t-shirts.
And he does help us with our merch.
Yeah, he helps us with our merch. So shout out to him for a lot of people won't do that, especially they feel like you stepping in their lane. They won't help you out. So he gave me some tips on what I can do or whatever. A lot of people on the post said, hit me up. You need some help? Yeah. Y'all see me posting? Y'all see me posting? I don't need to hit y'all up. Y'all see me. But I be like, man, I can't figure out Y'all see it. Anyway, but it is what it is at this point. And shout out to you for coming through with the food.
Sir, anytime.
Can't wait to taste the other delicacies coming through.
Enchilada roll, taco roll, fiesta roll, gumbo roll, steak and shrimp roll.
We can't have nobody taste it. They gotta be on the podcast.
Chili cornbread roll.
Man. My girl about to turn up my bread right now.
So shout out to
I didn't think about that.
Peach cobbler roll.
Shout out to your mama for coming through.
Yeah.
We love you guys. Shout out to your girl in the background, you can see her. She's coming through. Shout out to my podcast team. Like I said, like y'all always said, we can't do this without each other. We support each other. We love you.
You want to be on? Oh.
We love you guys. I love my podcast team. Shout out to my mama. She supports, but she supports background. She knows she can't share the stuff we say because church folks. But she supports. Because sometimes she'll say, "Don't be going your podcast, tell my stuff you don't get." She watches, she be tuning in and support. She just can't share. She might like the post, but she can't share.
See, that means I need to really dial back.
No.
On
Me
what?
too.
Cause I be cussing a lot.
No.
My wife don't watch it as much as she used to. My wife don't follow me on social media.
No,
Like, nah,
no,
I
you
can't
fine.
do
Aggressive on the mic.
She said I can't do it.
She shared
Facebook
like,
keep asking me what's on my mind.
you're fine, because my mom supports me in that stuff. You're fine, she supports me in my DJ stuff, she shares when people need to vote or do articles, so she still supports us, so you ain't got to, don't be you, don't change, be you. Shout out to my U3, we have a cipher dropping in a couple of days.
Okay.
A cipher, U3 cipher. We got some dope people on it. Shout out to Kai Factor, he did the video for it. I'm excited. I'm gonna do at least 2 ciphers a year when U3 actually relaunch. The next one's gonna be an R&B cipher. So if you got talent, you ain't gonna fit anybody in their mama. You gotta have talent.
Yeah.
And the grind too. So don't just think just because you back, I'm gonna put you on the cycle. That's not how that works. So anyone that support us, we support you guys again. We cannot do this without you. 3 years and counting.
Yeah.
Keep doing it. Every Tuesday, catch us recording. We might go live here and there like we did tonight. You never know. But the question in the podcast.
What's that?
This is for the we're gonna do the
Okay.
for the giveaway.
So the question is that we ask all our guests. It is, what is something that you believe in that you wouldn't suffer consequences behind?
For instance, someone on our show said, I always like to use this example. Shout out to Happy. She
Yeah.
said that unsweet tea is the best tea ever. That's what she's going to die on. Some people say family. I said the Tupac conspiracy. I believe that it was all a setup. There's a lot that I believe to Tupac's conspiracy. But something that you believe that you're willing to take the risk on. Even if it's your southern modes, the best modes in San Antonio, anything.
Yeah, there's no
wrong answer. You just want to have something you believe in that you can take the risk.
Because I said I don't think they went to the moon.
Well, I believe in my painting skills, If I had a chance to paint the White House, I think I can down there and, turn it out.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah,
That's a different answer than
I won't be scared to do it,
yeah. What color would you paint the White
Black, yeah.
House? Would it be the African colors? The black,
yellow.
red.
Okay, so we're about to end the podcast. Anyone that's tuned in,
Boy, you a piss off so many white people. They gonna burn that shit out. That can't exist. I don't know why they get mad. They find cocaine wild all the time. I don't know why they would get mad at it.
I got a question though. Who is this right
We have
It just, I keep saying.
I know.
it.
We gotta ask. Mickey would know how to ask. So everyone that tuned in, I put your name on the wheel. We're gonna spin it one time. Whoever wins, we got you on a Wear Your Ass t-shirt because we want to get back to our supporters.
Yeah.
One spin. We don't know who it's gonna be.
Yeah, let us know if there's a t-shirt or hoodie.
Oh, shout out to Nate. Nate's
Uh-oh.
great. We got you on the t-shirt. And if you into, what is it, vodka? Okay.
Vodka.
If you're into vodka, Nate has a black-owned vodka company, Plush. So you should try it out. Different
It's a
flavors.
sponsor too. You might
Sponsor.
sponsor.
Yeah. So
They sponsored What You Ask podcast. That event,
the
right?
first event.
Plus vodka.
Yes.
Yeah. And then our kid folk got a song. He made a song for it and everything.
So
Yeah.
very nice. Try it out. Black on. We support everyone. Oh, shout out to Cliff. Hey, homies. Shout out to Cliff Simmons. He just tuned in, man. He just missed the giveaway. Mr. Get Up Off Your Phone, ho.
I'm gonna start something.
It's called Tipsy Treats,
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
wait,
They had
all
one.
camera. We won't get nobody.
Yeah, but they had.
Yeah.
So we had it to the first podcast episode, Epic Bar. They had a tipsy
Oh, yeah.
cupcake.
Cupcake.
It had that tip
So,
chocolate
yeah,
cake.
they confused
That was a
us.
very wild.
Experience. Because when they first did it, they didn't know they were supposed to squeeze the vodka into it. There was a vodka thing. They didn't know. Then when they squeezed it and bit it, that's when they were like, oh.
Yeah. It wasn't bad though.
It wasn't bad. They didn't know that you were supposed to.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to everyone. We love you guys. You already know who I am. It's your girl, DJ Big Blue Diamond.
And it's your boy D, aka Mr. Live at 5 himself.
And then she fell.
We out. Peace.
What was